Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to StarRupture. It is a factory automation sim with a really interesting StarRupture mechanic that I have not actually seen. I played the demo for this a little while ago, absolutely loved it, but I got a lot of comments from people being like, you didn't even see the cool thing yet. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're going to have to try this again now that it is coming out in early access in a couple of days. I think it's coming out on the 8th. And I've got, no, 6th, so we're only 3 days away. But I've got early access to it, so I figured I'd dive in, show it off, and see if I can see the thing, whatever the thing is. Because I'm very curious. Anyway, what is our session name? Waboo! Single player, skip tutorial, thank you. And dive in. Yeah, like I said, I played the demo for this recently, so I don't think I need the tutorial again. It's... The only thing I struggle with is the conveyor belt system in this is a series of monorails. Oh, so it can be... Okay. So last time I was the scientist. We could be the biologist or we could be the soldier. Let's be the biologist this time around. The scientist was a little too gung-ho in a way that made me feel slightly uncomfortable. Do we have specializations? Xenobiology. Previous occupation? It's either that or... Okay. Good-hearted anti-government intellectual. Hates IRD. So all of these people I think have been kind of chain-ganged into terraforming this planet / like getting resources. I want to say the scientist is very much... too gung-ho about these, whereas the biologist might be a little bit more my style of character I'm looking for. Alright, hi, we are here. Mainframe, welcome, dear convicts. Welcome to the first team of the new Argos project. Kwood Corporation is honored to welcome you to the...
B1690. Welcome to Arcadia 7. You've chosen to skip...
Give me a second. Let's see if I can mess with the audio settings. There they are. Just because I feel like the music might... Oh no, this is the settings that I already had. I'm going to drop this down at the very least. Because I think the ambient was too much.
The recommended onboarding training. At the Kwood Corporation, we value that kind of confidence. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Okay, is that it? I was not expecting it to interrupt me while I was reading this. Okay. Kwood Corporation is honored to welcome you to the surface of Arcadia 7, located in the Rupture system. In the URVX galaxy, your presence, as the first team after more than half a century of stagnation, marks a new chapter in the history of humanity and the future of our company. Your mission is to extract, process, automate, and ship the resources required on Earth.
Can you hear me?
What was that?
Oh, don't worry. It's only E4101, one of your colleagues. You're connected via audio, even when they're not currently active.
When they're not active?
The human brain can't go on for too long without stimulation. When sleeves are sleeping in the regeneration chamber, they get a constant audio and video feed of everything you do. They can also communicate with you. You'll also get this opportunity.
Everything I do?
Relax. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
I really wish it wouldn't interrupt me while I'm reading this, but oh well. Okay, let's see. So ship everything back to Earth, explore and document this undiscovered world of potential new Earth. You're chosen for a reason. Each of you has unique talents and experiences that make you invaluable pioneers. Your past may have been difficult. Kwood Corporation offers you a chance for redemption and a fresh start. Each completed order brings you closer to the freedom you long for. So, yeah, we're imprisoned for some reason. Now we're being forced to terraform this planet and grab resources and whatnot. Okay, so recipe list. We can make basic building material, but we can't do anything with that at the moment. Anyway, time to get out of here and let's go build a base. Interesting that it had other characters talking. I wonder if it's one of those where all of the 4 playable characters... I don't think this planet's abandoned. If I had a guess, but what's I going to say? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I can harvest resources off of these things and get, like, whatever the core, if I get all the nodes. Or I think it just can attack the whole dang rock. Might have been it? No. Let's just grab the rest of these. But yeah, having each of the characters potentially being able to talk to each other is an interesting way of potentially tackling the idea that, you know, you might not have access to the entire, like, full party normally. And so by making it so that all the NPCs, all the playable characters will talk to each other regardless. You can have all of like the character dialogue without every player being present. I'm assuming that's the case there, but who knows? But I like the idea of actually playing one of these factory automation sims where your character has like has a personality and will react to things, even if they're mostly just remarking on stuff. There haven't been a whole lot of factory automation games that I've played in recent memory where you are a character. Oh, no. There's got to be something up top. Oh, is this? No. If you find all of the, like, nodes on one of these. Nope. I guess I'm just going to have to break the whole thing. If you find all the nodes on those, they will break and give you a meteorite heart, which we need for a number of reasons. So, let me take a look. Is there a map I can check somewhere? If there is, I don't see it. So we're going to want to set up a base somewhere. Ideally near resources, we've got, I think it's titanium and copper nearby. A lot of these little meteorites and a lot of places to kind of explore. Do I have anything else I can? No, I'm just going to grab the polyfruit. We're probably going to need it anyway. I'm just trying to decide if there's a better place to put my base. Because that area over there seems kind of tempting. It's a little closer to other stuff, but that could get me in trouble. So maybe I will set up over there and we'll just make it work. It's going to be an ugly base. One thing I don't want to say that I struggle with like factory automation sims, especially ones that are launching into early access, is that the game is going to look wildly different from like one point to the next. So like playing this now at this point is going to look pretty different from presumably what it's going to look like 3 years from now when the game's getting closer to 1.0, give or take. I mean, who knows? With some games it actually takes a lot longer, and some games it takes a lot less. But factory automation sims usually take the longest to develop, other than colony builders. I mean, RimWorld is a good example of this. That's been in development for forever. But I mean, so is Factorio, so who am I to say? I think most of this opinion comes from the fact that Dwarf Fortress is still in development, and that's cool, honestly. Good for them. As long as they can keep developing that game, that's fine by me. So let's see about building things. Okay, so I can make some habitat. Cannot be built outside the core area. Oh, do I need to build a core first? Corporate terminal? Where is a habitat? So, let's see. Base core, there we go. I knew I was missing something. Well, do we want to just build it here? Presumably. I don't remember building a base core last time, frankly. It's the one that brings me back to everything. I have no idea. Okay, colliding with another building. These together is... How do I deconstruct something? F. Yeah, I should have raised the height of this. The fact that they were going to be slightly off-sync from each other is going to bug me. And I don't want to do that. Height? Perfect. Okay, that's better. Let's give ourselves just enough space. Oh. Can I not link these meaningfully? Maybe not. Okay. Airlock. Access to habitats. Viewport. Horizontal connector. Slap that there. That'll give us enough space. Vertical connector if I want to go further. But I think mostly when we want to get in here. Right, we don't have a... Wait, level up movement. Oh, right, I forgot this has like Morrowind leveling. Which is strange, but I actually kind of love that. Okay, let's just set these up in the inside. Corporate terminal. And an analyzing station. So we can analyze the polyfruit. Get some data points off of it.
Fascinating. Now we know more.
Probably don't want to do that with too many of the meteorite hearts, but I think we get more of them. Okay, we now spend them places, kind of, sort of? No. I can add points. If I want to. Unfortunately, I think a lot of these are a little expensive. So this gets me a regen chamber. We don't care deeply about that. Fabricator we do want. Let's see. Pistol we don't need. Recipe station we are definitely going to need. And personal storage. Production and food recipes has to be placed within the habitat. Well, I guess I'm going to have to wander around and grab some plants. What else can I build in the meantime? Basic item printer. Oh. I should build this inside. So now that I actually have some resources, we want to just make a bunch of these. That'll let me build some more stuff out here. Okay, so what else can I make? I think this is all the interior stuff. So we've got solar generators, which we are 100% going to want. Okay. Ore excavator. And I've got plenty? Yeah, we should have at least one of these per kind of node sections. One there. Let's go set it up for copper, too. Probably this direction.
E4101. You look like you're a magnet for trouble.
I won't pretend I'm a saint. I've helped smuggle this and that in my time for those in need.
People like you don't understand order. You just cause more problems for everyone else.
And you always followed orders and ended up in the exact same place as I did. I'd rather not follow anyone and be free.
You know nothing about me.
Okay, let's see if this works. Rail support. Yeah, I think this has one of my absolute favorite conveyor belt systems I've seen in a video game in a very long time. Specifically having these kind of monorail systems, it just feels really good to me. Okay, let's see. Cut out of this. Are you good to go, or do we need to... Ah, no power. Of course. Now, what I could do is actually slap a solar generator on this thing. Or here? Let me check power. So you... Oh, in-grid and used. So we actually want to build another one of these. I'll slap it there. Okay, cool. So now this is going to make titanium bars for me. Same thing on that one. And we can actually look at how fast this is generating. So this is generating 1 per second. Okay, didn't have any lateral movement there. And this is using... Oh, so actually... we don't need 2 of these. Really? Yeah, no. Looking at it, we actually only need 1 of these at a time. I'm still going to have 2. Just because I can potentially have the line split and make other things. Not that we can fabricate much at the moment, but still. Okay, so we've got smelters, we've got that. We want the orbital cargo launch. Okay. So we can have this go after anyone. Let's start with that. Okay, rail connector. Oh, ew. I get it, but it's a little gross looking. Okay, and then I'm actually going to have to go get some more resources. Let's go find another meteor heart to crack open. Probably. Well, I've got titanium. Hopefully there's another rock in the area. Otherwise, can I actually just, like, mine this stuff? Very slowly. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, let's see if there's something else I can do.
Come here.
Some helium. Yeah, I'm just looking for a rock. Nothing fancy. There's some titanium ore. But yeah, one of the big boulders would be lovely. Okay. Not that rock, apparently. Go back to power. Do I have enough? No. I'm at literally 0. So I think what I'm going to do, semi-regretfully, I'm going to just turn that off for the time being. Yeah. Huh. Does not want me to connect this for some reason. Yeah, rail connector, rail support. Yeah, you can't link these for whatever reason. Which is an interesting choice. Not necessarily, like, that bad. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have these kind of here-ish for now. That should be enough that this can start generating, which is all we need.
Great.
Because I need to be able to make just some basic building material. These will fill up and eventually I'll get titanium from it, but I also hopefully we'll be able to just start auto-crafting a decent amount of building material once we're further in. Tutorial would have walked me through this maybe a little faster, but eh. Nah, need one more plant. It's fine. Okay, that's 160, which should be enough to at least get me somewhat underway. Because all I need... I mean, I guess here's the goofy thing. I could actually just put this here. I don't need to do anything fancy. Okay, how much power do we need? Use 25, so we only need one more. Gonna need some more materials. Yeah, movement leveled up. I'm gonna have to look at the stat system for this. Okay, please tell me you have some titanium ore on you. No. Oh, perfect. That's all we need. Yeah, we don't have basic storage yet, which is not the end of the world, but makes it a little hard for me to do some things. Okay, not this one, this one. Okay, 549, that should be good enough. Yeah, I cannot wait until I can auto-fabricate just the basic materials. But at least for now, this is good enough. And eventually we'll put up like an actual solar field. Oh, not you. What are you doing? But at least this should give me the basic level of power that I need to get this going, which should let me also go straight here. And we can just start doing orbital cargo launch off of this one.
Nice.
I'm just going to take that over for the moment. Let's see, and this will be done shortly. Now, is that per item? Oh, that's per item. Okay, so this is going to take a little while. But it's fine. And so rather than spending those data points that I'd got from the plant and the meteorite hearts, which I probably shouldn't have spent, this will slowly tick up those levels. Yeah, so this is going up slowly over time, so this will get us the fabricator without having to go eat some plants. Next order of business, recipe station, probably. So let's figure out what the Moon Energy Corporation wants. Because that's the other one. Okay. Do I have enough? I guess I'm going to send this over, or I'm going to run over here and get a couple more building materials. Because, yeah, I'm not trying to make a good base, I'm trying to make a good enough base for a moment. So we'll have that one generating resources for that one faction, and anything else that needs just basic cooked titanium. Then we should do the exact same thing over here. Okay. I'm going to recycle all of these. Eventually we will have more mining machines. But at least for now, this is good enough. So smelter.
Excellent work. The Selenium Corporation thanks you for your shipment. Your rewards are waiting in the corporate terminal.
Okay, so this is going to need, what? Probably 2 solar generators? Should be good enough? Or do we need another one? Use 10. There we go. Okay, so this is now going to just start smelting that. And then if I'm lazy and we just build another orbital cargo launcher. Right here. I'm going to move these things around, but I'm not interested in making a good base. I'm just interested in making a functional base that'll get me further ahead on at least a couple of these projects. Let's go take a look at the other one and see what it needs, because at this point this doesn't need anything else. So this one requires titanium bars, so that would work. Wolfram, we should probably just get all the basic ones done. So let's go with that for now. Okay. And yeah, as that fills out, we can just slowly grab ore from it. And use that to make basic materials. I'll probably make another bar at some point. Or another Wolfram mine at some point. Okay, nothing in the analyzing station here. I mean, mostly we want to just keep making more basic building materials so I can keep expanding my setup. Okay, let's actually take another look. So med tool, level 2, level 3. So we can claim the fabricator. So now we can actually have something auto-produce building materials, which is lovely. That's going to take a while to get another one. Inventory upgrade is going to be nice. Let's see. Pistol, which, recipe station, this one's going to be extremely useful. And personal storage, nice, but what I really want is the storage depot. Luckily, it's still available. Alright, let's figure out a fabricator. And what do we need to fab? Let's see if that... Okay, it's no longer highlighted. Fabricator, what do you want? So, I can make titanium rods, wolfram wire, locked. Yeah, this was the downer. There's got to be some way of getting the research for this one. Because I know the recipe for it. Yeah, multi-rail. Cargo, I mean, some of these are awesome. Map. Level 3 is map. Okay, that's good to know. Equipment upgrade set. Station. War bonds. Huh. Inventory furnace. That's a little more than we need, though. Damn, this is like the one thing I don't remember from the tutorial at all. Is it something that I get from this? No. It's the recipe station. That's how we build it. I completely forgot about that thing. Unfortunately, we need to wait a little bit before that one shows up. Yeah, new production and food recipes. Has to be placed in the habitat. Unfortunately, we have to wait for the wolfram to get more of those. Now, what I could do is scale up my wolfram production. Probably. I mean, we might as well get each and every one of these going. Okay. Because, yeah, I can have exactly 3 of these. Now, there is some potential question on whether or not I have the resources to build all of these, so I should probably just do one at a time. The other option I do have is lining these up better. Because I could have 3 smelters here going in a line, or I could have 3 smelters going in a line kind of along this side. Yeah. At least 2 of them. That'll make this easier. God, I love the very visible and obvious grid that this has for placement. That is like #1 wish list thing that I earnestly wish more like Sandbox building games had.
What's so interesting in beetles or flowers?
They're part of the world we live in and are inextricably connected to it. We wouldn't exist without beetles or flowers.
We wouldn't exist without fundamental forces. Beetles and flowers can be easily replaced with automated systems. You can't replace electromagnetism.
You'd really want to live in a world without plants?
I wouldn't mind it.
And that's why I didn't want to play as the scientist. Because he's like bad tech bro as opposed to like, you know, good nerd. Okay, that should give me enough. These are going to start outputting. Because, yeah, we might as well scale this up. Eventually, we're going to have to go for more complex resource chains. But at least this is fine for now. Right. Is this to get rid of that? Let me see. Probably a rail connector. Here-ish? Okay. Build that orbital cargo launcher. Now, if I put this too close, that is going to be an issue. A mild collision issue. There we go. So if we're lucky, have these been set to make wolframite bars? Perfect. I think I just have to set this to actually request. Because we're working on moon. Alright, and now you can see these starting to pour in. Now, admittedly, we have way too freaking many piling into one elevator. Or one launcher. This thing, yeah, it's going to bottleneck immediately. Oh well, it's enough for now. And once those stack up, we'll be able to do a little bit more. So, not that I have the resources to make too many more of these, but it looks like I can get exactly one more titanium. Two more, at least. One here, one there. And then we'll have to expand other areas. So I'll probably have one of these just, or make a fabricator purely for producing basic resources. What I will probably do is just kind of main bus these out. I think last time I tried having my production terminals really close, and that was a mistake. Yeah, so unfortunately these orbital elevators take a long time to process. Ideally, I would make more of these. Well, then again, these are actually outputting pretty slowly, now that I'm looking at it. 2 for 2? Well, there's the resources I need at the very least. It might be one of those... No. Oh, impure. So maybe... Oh, no. That's the Wolfram ore impure. It's not talking about the mine itself. Oh. That would certainly help if I actually... Oh, wait. Hold up. I just had a smelter going into a smelter. I shouldn't be doing that. That's part of the reason why that was slowing down.
I think I can use this.
It straight up just didn't have enough resources going in. It was one mine feeding 2 smelters. Oops. Hey, but that gives me enough for building materials. Tons, actually. Could probably take some more titanium. Especially from this one, which isn't outputting because it's just storing stuff. I don't know if this is peak efficiency. It's not, but it's at least the least amount of upfront setup. Oh, 1,200, perfect. Yeah, do we want to just get another orbital launcher? No, they're ugly, but my biggest limitation very much is limitation is just how fast these things send resources off. So, I guess we're just making a couple of them. There we go. Just to speed things along. On the flip side... Yeah, we'll want to get a second one of these. Is that the correct height? I think so. Have this one go here. I'm actually going to have this one go in this direction. Yeah, the rail lines can only go in one direction, which is honestly fine. Hopefully there's some higher end technology at a later date that lets you maybe go both ways less efficiently, but still. Okay. Gonna have this one be Moon Energy Corporation. We might as well. And then I'll load that in. Because now we actually have demand. That's why things aren't moving. Because there's literally no demand. Why did it move at the last second? Sleepy fingers. Kind of. But yeah, if there's no demand, it doesn't get sent down the rail line. That is actually really nice. Okay, so this way we have 3 smelters feeding 3 of these with some level of, like... some level of load balancing. It's still going to clog, but considering how slowly these things fire out, it should be fine. And this will give me the most amount of potential progress I can get. Now what? I mean... Yeah, the thing is, this is still the main bottleneck. So I probably could have, like, multiple launchers going simultaneously. Is there a way I can check how fast it fires? Yeah, crafting efficiency. You could time it. It's probably 1 every 4 seconds, so it might be one of those that one smelter really could actually, like, feed, like, 6 or 7 of these. I'll think about that for later. Unfortunately, I also can't make any progress until that's done. So, let's just wander the heck off and go find some more meteors to harvest or something. Or, I could just stand around for a bit. I think I'm just going to do that. Or I can, like, grab flowers, because I think each of these is worth, like, 15 or something on their own. And, like, that's actually extremely useful. Of course, while I'm standing around, the game's like, hey, we're detecting a StarRupture, so I guess I should probably hit record to see what the heck that means. Is it that up there? I don't know. We'll find out shortly. If I blow up as part of this, it's going to be very funny. Probably. In the meantime... Yeah, it could be that. I don't know what the heck's going on up there. Neat. Alright, so... Yeah, I've got while I was waiting around, we got the, we got access to...
I need to drink something.
Oh. Right, this character actually has needs.
I advise caution. The fruit on Arcadia can alleviate hunger, but putting unknown things into one's mouth is rarely beneficial to the individual. Though, of course, it was beneficial to the development of civilization. Although this fruit is edible, that won't always be the case.
Well, turns out I'm fine. Okay, so we want the... Oh, right, we have to claim the thing.
You've just unlocked the UPP-7. We hope it will help you better deal with the planet's dangers.
Gal, what dangers do you have in mind? This is a peaceful mission, and in the documents I had access to, I don't remember seeing anything about a predator species on the planet, aside from us.
Arcadia 7 still has some surprises left in store for you.
You mean that? Next wave. Am I supposed to be, like, indoors for this? I think I'm going to throw myself indoors.
Prepare for impact.
I'm going to throw myself indoors because I don't trust that.
Extreme temperature detected.
Cripes! Yeah, that would have probably killed me if I was standing out there. I'm still not sure if I trust going outside at the moment. I played the demo for like an hour and a half and that didn't happen. Well, now my base is extra crispy. Let's figure some things out. Okay, basic item printer, smelter, fabricator. This is the one I want to work on. Ah, so I'm going to need more of those. Titanium beam. Yeah, so this is how we unlock new recipes for each of the different things. Let's see if I can go outside. Oh. That is altogether way too toasty. At least I've got a shield generator to keep me from completely cooking. But still. I'm glad I hopped in the hab. That would have been rough. So are all of my buildings cooked? I don't see anything moving on my belts. So, yeah, I think we're out of luck for a moment. Or maybe now it's cooling down.
Temperature returning to normal.
Interesting.
I'm out.
Well, what else can I make? Can I make bullet? Is this... Oh, there it is. Pistol ammo. That's a couple hundred. That should be good enough. Can I go outside? Alright. Looks like we're safe now. And these are back to normal. I wonder if I can make like shield generators or something to block that eventually. Okay. Oh, actually, I might have enough plants for this. So maybe I don't need to go out, and I could have actually messed with this inside. So we have an analyzing station.
Now we know more.
Okay. So we want to go back to this lad, because this is the one that I actually have to have the data points for. Oh, that was easy. So now we can make basic building materials. Let's see. Titanium sheet, wolfram plate, rotor tube, stabilizer, stator, applicator. Calcium brick's going to take a little bit. Intermediate building material. Yeah, some of these are a little bit more expensive, but most don't seem to be that bad. To figure out where to get calcium ore from. And then we also have titanium beams, but at least for now this is fine. Okay, so if I want to do a just base fabricator. Is that the correct height? Yeah. I'm just going to get rid of 2 of these. I know that's going to slow down my research, but we can scale things up. Give me a little bit of space. Because we want the fabricator to start making basic building materials. Oh. Which actually requires just raw resources. Maybe I shouldn't have undone this, but yeah, I think this is done anyway. No, let's get 1 more of these. Yeah, I think that's yelling at me. Ah, it was that. It was stuck because it didn't know where to go. Okay. So, kind of, I mean, considering the fact that... Yeah, let's just have it do that. Put this. Yeah, so my problem at the moment mostly boils down to the fact that since basic building materials requires just the raw components and nothing more, nothing, like, no matter where I place this, it's going to be kind of in an awful spot. I could do the really goofy thing and have it go here. Fabricator, basic building material. So it's going to need both. Okay, let's do rail support. Sideways. Rail going in. Rail going in. Yeah, that's only outputting all that it needs to output, nothing more. Which means I'm sure we have a surplus. Yeah, we're just going to do a bit of spaghetti basing. Alright. And then same thing. Let's see, how close do I have to be? Close, but not that close. It's this. And just hooks in. Should be good. Should be nice and lined up. I love working on grids. Oh no. Oh, I see. Yeah. I'm gonna break it. Because for this one, we can't keep it tidy. But at least this we can have go in a straight line. Do we need to? No. Thought I heard a weird noise out here. Yeah, that's tidy. And we're good to go. Fabricator should be loaded up. I'll throw a little bit in. And this is just going to start making large quantities of basic building materials for me. It's probably still going to cap out at 100. Is my guess. Now, the other thing that I could do is actually main bus all of the, like, basic materials. Just the regular ore and whatnot. Let's see if this... Okay, caps over 100, which is good. I think I'm just going to let that go and leave it there. But I could just main bus every single raw resource down to / past my base, and then actually do the, like, main production work out here in this field where there isn't a whole lot going on. We also seem to have quite a number of these, like,
you were
hearts.
A soldier.
That's right.
Then I have a question. How can you sleep knowing everything you had to do in the name of the IRO?
I don't sleep too well. But not because of the orders I carried out. Because of the ones I didn't.
So even after your sentencing, you're still on their side?
No. I'm on our side. All of us. The side of peace.
We are not going to be friends.
I like this character. And yeah, I appreciate that they have little bits of dialogue for the NPCs talking to each other. I recognize that, like, it's just a little bit of characterization, but it still goes a long way at making the game at least somewhat more interesting. Beyond just, you know, factory buildy time, which is still fun and I adore. I was going to talk about this earlier. In my demo footage, I got a lot of comments from people being like, why would I play this over Satisfactory or Factorio? I think that level of resistance is always interesting to me because for me, I adore the variety. You know, the more games in a single genre that at least do something nominally new, the more interest I have almost in the genre itself. And maybe I'm alone in this one and definitely somewhat, I don't want to say a biased party, but at least on my end. I'm not as, like, loyal to any one singular game. Ideas are cheap. Anybody can have an idea and kind of try and figure out how to make it work. It's the question of, like, what do you do with that idea? And I recognize that that's kind of like a weird slippery slope. Like, obviously, a lot of people use that to excuse X, Y, or Z, but factory automation has been around since literally, what, the last, I'm going to say 700 years of human history, at least in small degrees, you know, stuff like water wheels and whatnot. Like, it's always existed. It's part of humanity. It's not that it's specifically, like, anything owned by any one specific group? I don't know. Question, can I put a rail connector on top of a rail connector? Yeah, because what I was hoping to do is be able to stack these up and have, like, copper directly above. But it looks like I might have to research that. Damn. I mean, it'd be easy enough to just kind of stagger them. Because, yeah, right now I'm bottlenecking a little bit just due to lack of space. Oh, my survival skills leveled up 4 times there. Let's see. Take a look at the fabricator. What are we at? 1,000. Well, that's convenient. And so for me, I love all the different angles that developers are taking for factory automation, especially because a lot of them are doing something interesting. I need to worry about that? Not yet. It usually gives me a warning, but I don't like the fact that the sky is turning red. That could also mean it's dawn, probably. Right. So, the problem I'm having at the moment mostly boils down to, this is going to take eons. Oh, did the other one stop? I thought I told these to... No, it's sending stuff off. Huh. Oh no, it is getting there. It's just really slow. Story items, weapons, skills. Okay, so various levels as these go up. We can insert lems. These will be our perks. Good to know. Okay. I have enough resources. I think first things first, let's do something silly. I'm going to do a rail here.
I should eat something.
Extend it out this direction. Oh, do we want to? No. I have a better spot for this, I think. Because that water is actually vaguely useful. Yeah, this set of rocky outcroppings here, can't really build much around it. I'm going to put all of my...
Hey, Chris, I heard you've got 3 doctorates.
It's true.
What for?
Arcadia
What
7
for
has finished
what?
regenerating.
What do you need 3 scientific titles for? Wouldn't you have rather focused on your work?
I see you're not familiar with the world of academia. Doctorates open many doors. They increase the probability my publications will get quoted, and I have access to a broader spectrum of theoretical knowledge. Plus, I did them all at once.
I prefer practice over theory.
And that's why you ended up as someone who does the dirty work.
I'll remind you that you're also here on this planet doing the same thing as me.
But with a completely different mentality.
And that's why I didn't want to play as that character, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, so this entire rocky outcropping, beyond the mild collision issues that we were going to have, that we seem to be sidestepping here. Okay. I was never going to build any kind of factory stuff up here, so why not have just like a giant solar array hanging out directly on top of this area where I cannot build or do anything with. The only question is hooking it up. Oh. Oh. Okay. Is that connected? I think so. If I get rid of this one, I might be able to put a platform underneath. We want to just kind of hook this up. Okay, there we go. Is that hooked up? It does not look like it. Having a hard time figuring out if this is connected enough that it counts for power. Let's see, can I just do like shallow stairs? There we go. Please tell me this is now hooked up. Damn. Okay. Well, the easiest thing I can possibly do to get power to hook up here is to... just have rail. Hook up. That didn't work. Let's see if that's connected now. I sincerely hope those two are hooked up. Okay, there we go. So now we have a giant solar array up top that we can move things around. So the problem is, this is full and it's not putting things out because these are our bottleneck. Gonna get rid of the staircase. I was hoping the staircase would be good enough to transfer power, but it's fine. We'll have to figure this whole thing out later. It's not like peak priority. We'll get there. Okay. So let's get rid of these solar panels. They're currently in my way. I think having this... It's not that the smelters are the problem. It's these.
Hey, S8466. How should I address you?
Sergeant is fine.
You can call me Doctor.
B1690 has a doctorate too.
Yes, but I have more of them.
Like I said, don't like that guy that much. Building is colliding with something. What? What do you mean you're colliding with something? Strange. Okay. We might have to move my whole base at some point. However, I think what I'm going to do, just do a rail connector here. One, two, three. When in doubt, just massively crank up output. I guess I might as well actually transfer some of these over, because I've got more bars in my inventory than I know what to do with. And this way, it'll at least go down the line, and I can continue the line accordingly. So, can I get another base core here? Colliding with another building. Probably my pre-existing one. Yeah, am I going to have to move my base core? I could also sidestep it, but it turns out I put my base core in a really iffy spot. Same thing with my hab. And what I should do is probably shift them over. Can I deconstruct it? Sick. It's going to obviously turn off my entire base, but I don't need it to be functional. I think let's have it over by the solar arrays. In it, you know, kind of in the spot that I can't do much with. Okay, buildings placed in range of 2 base cores will use the capacity of both of them. Good to know.
Great work. Future Health Solutions is now receiving all requested items. New rewards and tasks are waiting for you in the terminal.
Okay, let's just do 1 hab this time. Or, hold up. I'm going to move this a little further back. I think we're going to build the hab out here. With like a nice potential viewing room. Okay, airlock here. Extendable walkway. Regular stairs. That's so much better. Except for the fact. Let's actually have a platform walkway out front this time. Still really wish I could click and drag these for mass placement. It's not that big of a deal. It's slightly annoying. Okay. If I do lock height, maybe it goes a bit faster? Kind of. Oh. Unlock that height.
Sam, have you been off Earth before?
No, this is my first trip into space. And a very distant one.
I bet the change in gravity is giving you problems.
A bit. Everything's a little different.
You'll get used to it. The spacesuit is like a second skin to me now.
I could get rid of both. Do I want to have a second airlock into this hab? Kind of. Never mind, I hate it. I forgot that the airlock is, like, big. Okay. Other problem is, if I do a horizontal connector, can I do two of them? Do they combine? They don't. What? What do you mean? Must be connected to something. There is some... Oh. I guess when I deleted the hallway, it deleted the whole hab. Was not expecting that. I'll put it right there. Okay. So, kind of same deal as last time. Corporate terminal. Analyzing station. Put the recipe station there. And I'll put the basic item printer over here. This one I want to put some viewports in. Oh, they combine. Yeah, that's a good view. This is what I wanted. I just want a good spot where I can potentially look and see. You know, the other thing I should consider with the airlocks is actually putting them on the edge. Because they'll block less of the... less of the view this way. There we go. So I think this is done? Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Go back to these. Okay, so that's going to make slightly annoying noises, but once that's done, that'll be nice. Is this still going? Yeah, just painfully slowly. Okay. In that case, let's tear this up. And let's get some connectors. So we want to have these offset by 1 and a bit taller. Lock that height.
Congratulations. Clever Robotics has received its order.
Okay, there we go.
A reward for fulfilling the order is waiting for you in the terminal.
The reason why we want to have this kind of in the same area, but just higher up, is mostly now I can just kind of extend this. And I can have them loop into the same factories. Huh. I'll have to figure the rest out. But yeah, if this is going to be bottlenecking me, I might as well speed it up a little. Boy, I hope I got this on the correct line. I think I did. Alright, cool. That should be good, maybe. Link them together. Yeah, because we're just going to have 5 of these coming off. At least initially, I think I might want to... Not enough resources. Guess I'll have to work on that. Oh, that was everything. Also good, we have plenty of basic building material to work with. Admittedly, all the way back here. So what's the upper cap? 1,000. Kind of figured. We'll probably check to see if I actually have access to the storage silos. I don't think we do. Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna have one of these be future health.
Ha, nice.
Can't do that one, can't do that one, can't do that one. So let's do a bit of both. Obviously this is extremely small. And I'm going to need the more complicated stuff to really be able to build this quickly. But it's fine. Okay, so you are going to be working on, I think unfortunately only Selenian. And yeah, this is not the most efficient, but at least while I'm setting up a more complicated resource chain for the higher end materials, this will be good enough. There we go. So there's something wrong here. No power. That's the issue. I'm just gonna have that hook in. Perfect. No resources are going to be going down that line, but it still connects the whole power network, and so we don't need to worry about it. Hopefully there's a cleaner way of doing this eventually, but at least for now, that's easy. Speaking of cleaner way of doing it, do we want to actually get a quick and dirty staircase leading up to this? Really? Well, I mean, if it works. Okay, so we were using 140 out of 320 power. That's kind of perfect. We're still not using all of this copper, which is oof. Okay, first and foremost. Good, I can just recycle everything in the center. Well, let's figure out a fabricator. Can I fabricate titanium rods? I can. All it takes is that. Same thing with wolfram wire. So that's convenient.
I should eat something.
Alright. Recycle that. Eat some food. I'm not convinced that I've got this on the same plane. It seems kind of like it. Yeah, it seems roughly correct. I'll figure out a better setup later. Here, let's just make sure that we've got the correct plane for this one. Damn. I think this is correct. And you know what, if it's going down a little bit, it's going down a little bit. I just would eventually like to.
I'd prefer it if you address me using my rank.
Don't you think that makes communication more difficult? There's only 4 of us here. Who are you trying to impress?
I'm not. I've worked hard for my rank.
By murdering people.
Among other things.
So, Han, how about taking a little break? That sounded like a yes to me. Great.
Okay. So we're just going to do the exact same thing with more orbital transporters, but with wolfram wire, so that should make this go faster. I'll have to figure out how to balance these lines at a later date. Okay. Because this one requires wire, this one requires wire. You know what? I think it's clever robotics that actually is going to give me what I need. There we go. This is going to go so much faster because this is a +5 per wire. And I'm going to assume one of these can probably fund about 3 of them. I don't really feel like doing the math, though it might be valuable, but eventually. Okay. Well, considering this is wildly inefficient, let's tear this whole thing up. Dumb drones don't know where they're going. Let's just get a fabricator. Is this really such an issue? Oh. Take all blocked. Okay, there we go. This is a fascinating problem. Okay. It seems pretty heavily backlogged, so if we're lucky, we can just grab a couple of these, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, it's going smooth now. Good enough. Probably actually figure out what I'm actually hunting for here, resource-wise. Or not resource-wise, recipe-wise. Blueprint-wise? Alright. So far, so good. This is getting a little tall for me, though. We might need to figure out a platform setup for it. Or just some stairs. Okay. There we go. So, more better robotics? Yeah. Of course, I need to actually start producing the wire, which I'm currently not. But at least this'll do. Okay. You know, there was a tutorial pop-up that specifically told me how to copy these. Missed it. Was not paying full attention. And that is okay. Alright. That should give me enough.
Chris, as an astrophysicist, you must be intrigued by how Ruptura behaves.
Of course. If we understand the processes occurring inside it, we will deepen our understanding of the universe.
Yeah, so these ended up being a little short. Oh, well, I'm going to break everything if I try and fix that. I could lower these. Yeah, I think I'm going to do exactly that. Kind of wish this, you could almost go into like bird's eye view for building things. Maybe you can actually. At that point though, maybe the whole game should be bird's eye view, and no, I don't know, there's something about it being first person that feels good to me. Is that correct? Oh, it's still the wrong height. How do I do these things to myself? Okay, now that is the correct one. Okay, this way we have kind of a redundancy line if we need to link things up harder. Okay. Now do we tear this whole business up? Question. Could I fit a fabricator in between? I could, painfully. Time to make everything upset at me. By everything I mean the little delivery drones. I do actually appreciate that it pings. It's annoying, but it's one of those where it's like, the alternative is stinky. Okay, that might be it. Let's just dump these in. Oh, right. I'm gonna have to change this. I think they're all working on Selenium. Or Selenium. Here we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the higher tier stuff. At least on that side. I don't know. We're probably going to have a little bit of a bottleneck here, but still. Better to have a bottleneck with a higher tier resource that makes all of this go just a smidge faster. Kind of. No, we're already up to 10, so we should be in a good spot there. Alright. Well. Do we want to leave it here? Do I want to go exploring, yeehaw, a couple of weird buggers? I don't know. Let's see what I have first. Obviously, med tool will be lovely. There's the regen chamber, which is probably a good idea. The med tool will be nice just to heal me. The problem is future health is a little expensive to invest in. Yeah, clever robotics is the one that gets me the storage depot, which we for sure need. Oh. So they do actually have building drones for kind of a top-down effect. I just need to go further. Yeah, a lot of these, unfortunately, are going to require more investment resource-wise, which is fine. I'm making some serious progress on what I need to. But I'd like the med tool before I yeehaw bugs. And I'd like the map before I start exploring too hard. So I think we kind of just let this run itself for a time being. If I were to do anything at this point, I'd probably consider putting like platforms and walkways through everything. But even then, I think I'm happier.
Completed. Clever Robotics cares about you, and so they have another reward waiting for you in the terminal. They also ask that you keep an eye out for old model drones lost on Arcadia. They might contain useful items.
Oh, so it can actually do Griffith's Blue as well. Which will give me the map, actually. So that's worth it. So I've got 2 for the medical place, and
I think I can use this.
let's just do 3. Clever Robotics will take these, not as well. But it's going to be expensive to get to the next one. 6,400. It's not that bad. But I think I'd rather finish going and getting that map. Now, and I might as well dump these over, because I don't need a supply of them. Okay. Right. And how fast is this going?
Cargo has reached the Selenium Corporation. You've completed another order, and your
Pretty
reward is
zippy,
waiting
actually.
in the corporate terminal.
Yeah, just getting up to the higher tier stuff is nice. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go all in on Griffith's Blue for the time being. I do really appreciate that if, yeah, you overstock it, it will hand you those resources back. Cool. Alright, so this will get us the map and the med tool functionally in no time. But yeah, I like this game. I know there'll always be the, like, Factorio adherents or whoever that are going to be like, oh, the older games are better. I mean, like, that is true. This is early access. It's unfinished. There's still a lot to be added to the game. So yeah, go figure it's not going to compare exactly to its forebearers. However, I love the lines. I like monorails, cool as hell. Monorails that kind of intelligently deliver resources for you as needed. So convenient, so easy to work with. I don't have to worry about inserter arms. I don't have to worry about like too much belt spaghetti. It really is the perfect midpoint between what Factorio has in Satisfactory. I mean, it's effectively kind of the Satisfactory system, but a lot tidier and easier to work around, and it looks really clean. The only problem is, of course, if you destroy something and all the little, like, delivery drones, they get really confused and are like, oh, we don't know where to go. And I sincerely hope they add a system where it's like, those drones get confused for like a hot second. They're like, oh, new orders, you know, down the line for this thing that I'm holding. Cool. And I'm hoping they add that over early access. It feels like it's one of those kind of no-brainer things that they'd like to add. But it's just a little inconvenient to pack into early access prior to launch and sort that out later. Because right now a player can just clear the line and that solves the problem. I also love the StarRupture event. I'm curious to see what that does. Clearly it has some kind of, I mean, it spawns more of those, like, meteors for me to loot.
Interesting plant.
Which is useful. Let's see, what else is there to say? I don't know. I bring on the more automation sims, especially ones with a greater sense of story or exploration. One thing I like about this one is, you know, Satisfactory, you have some exploration, but it didn't really seem like there were interesting points of interest to really care about. Whereas, do you see that giant, like, engine in the background, or is that a giant, like, turbo digging machine? I don't know. There's, I mean, you can see it there. There's the remnants of a base. Unfortunately, it's covered in bugs, and I don't want to go try and yeehaw them without, like, sufficient resources to do so. Otherwise, I'm just going to get nibbled to death, and I don't know. That's just kind of a waste of time. I'd rather leave that for a later date, a later video, or inevitably when the game comes out in 1.0 and I decide maybe to do a series on things. For people who are inevitably going to maybe kind of hope for that. I've started doing series on another channel called Wanderbots, and I will probably get to this one just because out of all the factory automation games, it was this and Tectonica that I was most interested in doing series on. But I'm going to wait until this one hits 1.0 before I like actually commit to anything. However, in the meantime, I'm almost assuredly going to be putting some time into this game whenever it gets a big update. And the developers reach out and are like, hey, things have changed. Come back and, you know, check it out. Please make another video. I will. I actually really like how this is set up, and I feel like, you know, I've only just built the base backbone for what I need to do to proceed further into this game. And so I feel like it'll be kind of easy, one of those games that I just launch into. I'm like, hey, this is my base from the last video. We're going to make it a little bit further today, and also yeehaw some aliens or something. Or maybe there's some new function or resource type or who knows what to really put my time and effort into. But I'm just a sucker for factory automation games, especially on like interesting alien worlds with meaningful points of interest. Because what is this thing?
I see you've approached the geoscanner. You can use it to see the surround. Wow!
Better to be aware of
You
your
have
surroundings.
fulfilled another order from the Griffiths Blue Corporation. Claim your reward.
We don't have enough inventory space. It's aqua fluid. Is this just drank? Gain toxicity. Does it go down? Naturally decreases over time. Cool. Can I eat these? Yes.
Tasty.
Yeah, we might as well eat a bunch of the polyfruit. There we go. So unfortunately can't do the geoscanner without the map.
Bravo.
Which I think I can do now, but
Solutions is happy with your work. New rewards have been unlocked. Look in the terminal to assign them. Future
I'm gonna have to go.
solutions for modern problems.
I'm going to have to go manage other things. For now,
Interesting
I guess
plant. Come here.
I'm just going to jam these
Good
into my
stuff.
pocket because I can research them for research bits. I don't know if there's anything I can harvest from those. Okay, well, anyway, I guess with all this said, I might as well mention that StarRupture is coming out on Steam in like 2 days as of this video going out. If you like factory automation games, this very much is worth looking into, or at least keeping an eye on. I can't say how deep or far the gameplay goes, but considering one of my other friends who has access to this game already has 8 hours, I'm assuming you can put a fair bit into the game before it runs out of content. And at the very least, it'll tide you over before the next big update on any other factory automation game. Though I don't know, actually, because, like, okay, Satisfactory had its, like, big expansion, or big update, the 1.1, kind of a little bit ago. Factorio had a big expansion. Like, we're actually kind of in between big factory automation game, like, updates / expansions / new releases, and so I think this is going to be the next one. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to, like, claim too much, but it is one of those where I had a very good time with this, and I'm looking forward to playing more.
Activity detected. I recommend finding a safe place.
That's what I was hoping for. If I can get up here, we've got a little bit of time before that goes off. Yeah, I was just hoping to Set each of these. Unfortunately, it's doing the dumb, here's the stuff to your inventory thing. And... oh, have I just been dropping these on the ground? Nope. It'll give me a little bit of time, I think. And if it blows up in my face and I die, so be it. Okay, I think that's good. Let's go back. I don't see anything dropping from my inventory. But maybe I did. It doesn't matter. Maybe the rupture is going to blow it all up anyway. Alright. Back in my base where I'm nice and safe. I was going to look into this, actually. There's inventory space, which we assuredly need. We get the med tool, which we need. The grenade. Oh, that wasn't the map. It's this one that gives me the map. Oh.
You know that feeling when you accidentally get hit by a car? Jumping out of a helicopter didn't go according to plan? Or maybe you were bored playing with a gun and you shot your kneecap. Those problems are over. You don't need a new expensive sleeve anymore. Future Health Solutions introduces the med...
Even I have to admit they did good by us.
Head to safety.
I would dream of having easy access to a med tool back at my job. But why didn't you just say what it was outright?
Yeah, unfortunately the dialogue likes to interrupt itself. Hopefully they do a, like, here, let's wait until after this is done. Because I'm missing some of this dialogue. But maybe that's okay. Anywho, I guess with all this said, I just wanted to end on a StarRupture, and it's nice to do so. So, yeah, once again, out in a couple of days. Very much worth it if you like factory automation games. And hopefully the multiplayer works. I know it's got native 4-player multiplayer support. I don't know what the netcode's going to be like, but hopefully it works like a dream, and this doesn't have any kind of netcode issues at launch. So if you want to bring friends along, you can. I've got my fingers crossed because I might be able to get my friends to play with this with me at some point. I just don't know when. It's probably going to be a 1.0 thing. For now, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.